Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Testing, testing.
¿Ya se escucha?
No se mira.
A ver.
Ujú. Ah, no, ya ahora sí.
Ah, sí, es que trae retraso.
Okay. Hello, hello, family, lineup viewers. This is exciting. My name is Lou from Lineup. Thank you so much for joining. Today, we're going to be talking about how we can help specifically Servpro franchises optimize your operations and really cut down costs. So, once again, my name's Lou from Lineup. Thank you all so much for being here. I'll start with a question. Does your team spend more time filling out forms, correcting invoices, or searching for files than they do serving clients or actually making sales? If so, you're losing money every single day. Today, we're going to talk about how businesses just like yours are saving up to 40% on operational costs, gaining back dozens of hours per week, and doubling their team's productivity. So, for those of you who stay until the end, you're going to get a downloadable, efficient back office workflow that you can implement with your own team. So, stay tuned. Let's start by talking about the three hidden costs of an inefficient back office. The first is wasted time on repetitive tasks. This can't be stressed enough. Yes, they are often extremely simple and even mundane tasks, but in the reconstruction industry, especially when we're working with insurance companies, every little detail matters. One extra zero, one mismatched name, etc., can lead to a payment dispute or worse, a payment clawback. So, of course, you want somebody who you can trust that's going to put in the dedication to every minute detail to ensure accuracy. But let's be honest, nobody wants to pay manager wages for creating invoices or copying data. One plumbing company that Lineup was trusted by, we help them automate such tasks and help them regain 20 hours a week just by delegating these admin tasks alone. Cost number two is an error that costs you money. Sorry, I should say an error that costs you money, such as what we just mentioned, incorrect invoices equal late payments, payment disputes, and if observed by the customer or homeowner, can break the trust factor, thus discrediting us from future jobs or possible referrals. Not to mention the pains of having disorganized data means you're just flying blind, always trying to catch up. The third largest cost due to inefficiencies that we've observed is burnout and talent turnover. Your best employees lose motivation and can even sometimes quit when they feel trapped, inundated, in low value tasks, which leads them to feeling like they're not really able to exercise their full potential or even their creative side. So, with the power and the magic of technology these days, we want to free up your human beings to express just what makes them human, which is their creativity and their innovation. We'll give you a real case study. One construction company that we worked with is was a company that had very disorganized data. They had a lot of work volume. So I'll paint to you a picture of before and after, so to speak, of what it looks like in real practice by using this construction company as an example. The before scenario, they had three full-time people dedicated to invoicing, payroll, and collections. Yes, all three are hardworking individuals dedicated to the company. However, let's be honest with ourselves as business owners. It is not truly an employee's job to look for optimization opportunities. Our employees have a life of their own. And as much as we'd love for them to share our enthusiasm, it's ultimately us, the business owners, who proactively look for betterment opportunities. This company faced constant invoice errors, which led them to delayed payments, not only from the homeowners when it was a self pay job, also from insurance companies, which is honestly the worst thing that we can do as a company uh, that really relies on insurance companies, right? Because we want these insurance companies to know that they can trust us, that they can count on us to make as little mistakes as humanly possible. And with the power of automation and AI these days, this can be a much more seamless, integratable solution than what we think. So, without further ado, after lineup came into the picture, we were able to help resolve some of these bottlenecks to where now they've got just one person handling invoicing with a full stack, a full team, a full lineup of AI agents on their corner, backing them up, ensuring that none of these little details slip through the cracks and crevices of our day-to-day operation, as we know it tends to happen, which is a good thing. Let's not make that a criminalized um, instance when things slip through the crack. That just means we have a healthy business. So we here at Lineup want to help ensure that health in your business continues. So with Lineup now in there, they're saving up to $4,200 a month. They're also receiving 90% fewer invoice errors. That's right, 90% fewer errors. This is possible thanks to pipeline automations that keep these responsible team members updated on each step of the process as the jobs progress, thus providing accountability and full transparency all throughout these jobs. Now, now that the business owner no longer has to go behind each of these detail sensitive tasks, they have time to explore their creative side, expand the business, or even reclaim some of your own personal time with your family. That's what Lineup helps to bring. That's what we want to bring to you, where you guys can decide, the business owners, how you want to use this time. Expand your business or just go to your kids' baseball games more often. Without getting too into our personal lives, of course, let me talk to you guys a little bit about the Lineup formula. And I do see that we have a couple of questions coming into the chat. I love it. Thank you guys. We'll definitely keep our mods on those and we'll get back to these questions and be sure to answer every one of them at the end of this. So, without further ado, the lineup formula. How we provide an efficient back office? Let me tell you. It's not just outsourcing. It's applied operational intelligence. How? First step, we start by a diagnosis and structuring, where we map out critical processes in your company, in your business, from invoicing, collections, payroll, data entry, etc., 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 with your feedback, of course, to ensure we fully align, to ensure that we completely comprehend what are these bottlenecks that you're facing. The second step that we take is we then roll out your lineup of automations and specialized agents that include AI agents that can handle reminders, follow ups, even some customer service tasks. And best of all, we can help you provide that a human team, I'm sorry, that can take care of these other little tasks that require a human touch. We don't want you guys to feel that we're just throwing random AI bots in there, and this is going to lose that human touch with your customer, with your possible even um, partnerships with these insurance companies. We strongly believe there always has to be a human being behind anything that's automated to ensure We're really pushing the image of the company that you as the business owner want to push forward. So, of course, a human team for tasks that require this human touch, such as phone calls, sensitive collections, and problem solving. The third thing, the third step, is where we fully integrate with your operations. We connect with your CRM, your accounting, and even your own management tools, whatever they may be. Whether you have a custom software, whether you have a third party software, you let us know what it is that you're using, and Lineup has the expertise and experience as to how to fully integrate that to make this not, and let me make this perfectly clear, this is not a full reconstruction of your operations. We do a painless evolution to the full extent of that definition of the word. So the end result, you get lower costs, you get higher productivity, and you get a lot more growth. So you have two options here. We can keep wasting time, spending more money on tasks that don't add value. Yes, they might maintain value, they might maintain operations, but they don't add value. Or you can free up your team to exercise these creative solutions and innovate alongside you, the business owner, and really focus on growth. Man, this has been exciting. And I hope that something of what we spoke of here resonates with you all and it made sense. Of course, if any questions come up after this, if you weren't able to join us on the live stream, we keep a very open and transparent channel of communication, whether that be through this YouTube channel, through our website, or even via email to those of you who registered and have already received the welcoming. Feel free to reach out to us with any other questions if you weren't able to place them on here today. So with all of this being said, we have two gifts actually for those of you who take action today. First gift is a free back office diagnostic that we're going to be giving to the first 10 people who book. In 30 minutes, in just a 30-minute calendar window, we'll show you where your biggest bottlenecks are, where your real savings potential lie, and your plan will provide you with your plan to start saving money from the very first month. We are not one of those companies that like to paint the picture that it's going to take you a year, 6 months, 3 months just to feel a difference. No, we're so confident and we have so much experience specifically in this reconstruction field that we know within the first month you'll see and really feel the benefits of working with us. So the second thing that we'll provide to you all is a downloadable, efficient back office workflow, the same one that leading companies use today to reclaim their hours and reduce their costs. No commitment, no hard sells, just results. Thank you guys for joining. We'll send a recap email to those who participated. And if you weren't able to catch this live, don't worry, you still have a chance. Only 10 spots are available, so reach out right away. And let's get to building your lineup. We'll see you on the other side. Now, let me get to these questions here from our lovely viewers. Hello, Anna. Hello, Valerie. And hello, Nicholas. First question that we're seeing here: how long does it take to give results? Beautiful question. We know that every business can differ from their size of their operations, their size of their operational team, and even the importance of each of these tasks, to where you guys might have a need for one specific role in the company to always review every invoice before it gets sent out. We fully respect it, although we will push for automating such reviews. And yes, we can, according to your guys' own criteria. We fully understand it and we do what it takes, whatever that may be, to make sure that you see results from the very first month, guaranteed. Second question that we're seeing here: how do we help a company? And is it just technology that we add? Wonderful, wonderful. How do we help the company? We help by optimizing fully from client intake, whether that starts in marketing of your own, whether you hire lineup to help you with that marketing, down to the very next thing, that's the intake of that client that are coming in from your marketing resources. We help optimize that intake by adding welcome emails that can be automatically sent out as soon as somebody either gives you a phone call, calls you in. Well, guess what? Now you have their phone number. Now you can automatically start sending out text messages, should that be a method that you want to explore, or even sending out emails to those who sign up or even reach out to your own websites. We can also help you guys within that intake ensure that the documentation process, the documentation of who their insurance provider might be, what type of issue they were facing, where it happened, et cetera, so that by the time it starts operations, by the time that you start even doing the reconstructing or even reaching out to their insurance providers, well, you have all the documentation necessary already nice and organized, labeled according to how it needs to be to fully optimize this progress. All the way down to even the collections, all the way even to what would it be? Data migration into these different softwares such as Exact Analysis, Work Center, maybe other third party affiliate programs such as Contractor Connections, et cetera, et cetera. We can help fully optimize any of that. And with that being said, is it just technology that we're adding? No, it is not. Depending on what your company's needs are, or even how fast you really want to grow, we can implement human beings into the touch so that we don't breach security protocols that might be incurred by your third party affiliate programs or even insurance companies that just want us to use a certain software that isn't open source. But without getting too into the technical, wherever a human is needed, you will 100% have that there available to you. It will never be something that creates a further bottleneck by just providing technology. We also provide the human touch there so that yes, your operations can continue to flow just as always. Um, third question here that we're seeing: is it a software? Lineup is not a software. We are a service provider. Yes, we do use softwares, but because of the evolution of technology, the way that it is currently, there's always a new best thing, right? So what we're in charge of is by you not having to search through Google, YouTube, blog sites, et cetera, to find what makes more sense at the least possible cost. We'll take that completely off of your shoulders and implement such systems as soon as they roll out, and more importantly, are proven to work, that everybody can come up with an app these days that can promise you this, promise you that. But once you implement it into your systems, you start to see these little bugs that then become just a headache. And unfortunately, so in this industry, we see a lot of people get discouraged because of these bugs into actually being able to trust technology. So, is it a software? It is not, but we do strongly leverage technology heavily into all of our service that we provide to you. So, the next question that we got here: does this only work for franchises from Servpro, or can independent restoration businesses benefit too? Yes. Yes, of course you can. Independent restoration companies can also benefit from the experience that lineup brings to the table, and to knowing how it is that insurance companies like to be communicated, how it is that they like to hold their affiliates accountable for such jobs. And not only that, but really the optimization of the entire progress from lead intake down to the collections process, even to the bottom of collecting a positive Google review. Yes, lineup can benefit any and all companies, whether it be reconstruction, whether it be plumbing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, by bringing these expertise that we gathered not only from Servpro, which is one of the greatest companies out there right now in the US in terms of the reconstruction industry, but we also have experience in numerous other fields, such as attorney groups, plumbing groups, multi level marketing, solar companies. So you name it. If you guys want lineup to give you a diagnosis of your current systems, feel free to reach out. Definitely, please. Um, and let me see here. I think we have time for one more question. If I already have a collections process, do I need to replace everything or can we integrate with what you guys already are using? Yes, yes, we can. The beautiful part about Lineup is we don't rely on just one type of software. We have a wide field of different tools that we can pull from. Depending on what it is that your company specifically uses, we can integrate any of those tools. Just like there's not a just like having, I'm sorry, a set of different sockets for mechanics, right? Where some might need a 12 millimeter, some parts might need a 10 millimeter, some parts might need a die cast, et cetera, et cetera. That's what we bring to the table. Think of lineup as your ultimate toolbox available for whatever you guys might already have in place so that we can seamlessly integrate. No, we don't want you to go out and have to look for 20 different wrenches in order to fit onto your current bolt. We come prepared to just very seamlessly integrate with whatever systems you're already using, whether that be automated emails, whether it's manual emails that you currently have. Yes, we can definitely integrate fully into your current collection systems. Not only can we integrate into it, but we want to help you optimize. Let's keep that clear. We want to help you optimize what you currently have. We're not looking to just sell you and implement a bunch of new stuff onto your current systems. We want to help optimize to the fullest extent that is possible until we then have to add more technology on top of it. So yeah, I hope that answered your guys' questions. Um, we're running out of time here. Thank you so much who were able to join the live. If you're rewatching this, don't feel left out. We understand your busy schedules. Feel free to reach out via email. At the end of this live, you should see a link where you can collect your free workflow. If you haven't already registered for it, we did receive a few early registries. So within the next 48 hours, you should be receiving in your inbox a PDF, a downloadable PDF, should I say, with a workflow scenario of how you can integrate it directly into your current systems. And yeah, anything else, reach out to us. We're always happy to help. My name again is Lou from Lineup. Thank you all so much. And we'll see you on the other side.